Logical day, everyone. So let's see what we have in our reading section of the first editorial of the Indian Express, June 26, 2023. The task in Manipur. And if you have heard this about Manipur in the previous, I think so, last 3 or 4 days back, we discussed about this that yes, the government is doing something good. एक पॉजिटिव नोट पे हमने एक पैसेज पढ़ा था, आर्टिकल किया था. So let's see now what the task is. So the all-party meeting on Manipur in New Delhi, chaired by Home Minister Amit Shah, is a good beginning. So again, a positive note. The centre was non-committal on the demand from many opposition parties to replace Biren Singh as chief minister. Non-committal, that means it did not commit anything. अभी उस पे ऊपर कोई वो नहीं किया कि definitely they did not come up with the decision. However, Shah said that the government will consider all the suggestions with an open mind. Fine. So this positive approach should stand the government in good stead as it struggles to put out the fire raging in Manipur for nearly 2 months. The killings have stopped, as Shah said, but mobs continue to rule the streets and successfully stall the efforts of armed forces to detain the rioters and miscreants suspected to be members of the banned terror groups. The fact is, the administration on the ground has been found wanting, a point the opposition highlighted at the Saturday meeting. Administration on the ground means reality, हम बोलते हैं ना ground realities, ठीक है? तो वाकई में वहां पर एक्चुअली स्टेट पे रोड्स पर जो हकीकत है वहां पे जो रियलिटी है, सो दिस इज द फैक्ट that this administration has been found wanting. Wanting means something that is not available, जो नहीं है, not present. Available से better होगा present. ठीक है, so that means it is wanting. ठीक है, you want something, why? Because you do not have that. That is the point. So this is found wanting means there is some deficit, there is some lack, and lack in the administration, and this is what was pointed out by the opposition. So fine, here if we take the point here, it will be that it is a good beginning, that there is a meeting here, right? And this is a positive approach. यहाँ तक आ जाता है. The government did not say anything about whether Mr. Biren Singh will be the chief minister or will he be removed or replaced. Nothing, but whatever the government has done in this meeting, it is going to help the government, right? But whatever be the situation, the author points out that yes, this is one point that the opposition has stated, that the administration on the ground is lacking in something. Now, the BJP and the PM Narendra Modi talk about a double engine sarkar and the benefits it entails. Entails means uske साथ साथ लेके आ जाती है. So double engine sarkar में अब क्या है? Its government in Imphal, seen as partisan, is discredited and seems to be ineffective in bringing the situation under control. So the Biren Singh government has watched the ground slip as the ethnic divide between the valley meeters and hill tribes, including the Kuki and Zumi, widened following a High Court directive on SC status for the former in March. Since early May, ethnic violence began to engulf both the Imphal Valley and the hills. Over 100 persons have been killed and many thousands displaced. Property and assets, including of people in government and the state BJP leadership, have been targeted by the mobs. Even the security forces, which have shown great restraint during policing and combing operations, have not been spared. Combing operations, comb ऐसा होता है ना? It is like it has these bristles in the comb. ठीक है, तो कोमिंग का मतलब होता है पूरी तरीके से या पूरे रीजन में, पूरे टेरिटरी में अच्छे से ढूंढना, इन्वेस्टिगेट करना. दैट इज कॉल्ड द कोम्बिंग. सो द सेंटर हैज टू स्टेप इन. नाउ हैज टू स्टेप इन एंड फिक्स द डेफिसिट ऑफ द अथॉरिटी ऑन द ग्राउंड. फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में जो हमने क्या था, दैट द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इज लैकिंग ऑन द ग्राउंड, इट इज लैकिंग. सो दिस इज व्हाट ही सेड, दैट दे नीड टू फिक्स द डेफिसिट ऑफ अथॉरिटी ऑन द ग्राउंड. सो the first part of this paragraph, this part is actually giving you only what has happened till now. ठीक है, उसको बिल्कुल ब्रीफ में दे दिया. तो अगर हम prep लगाते हैं तो this part of the paragraph will be the reasoning for the point that was stated in the first paragraph. Then the author comes up with this point renewed that one engine of governments has collapsed for sure. It is now for the other to step up. तो यहाँ पर उसने जो डबल इंजन सरकार की बात की थी, ये ऑथर का पॉइंट था. ठीक है, रीजनिंग में उसने क्या कहा कि एक इंजन जो है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, दैट इज गोइंग आउट ऑफ एक्शन लाइक ऑलमोस्ट, राइट. सो नाउ इट इज टाइम फॉर द अदर गवर्नमेंट टू स्टेप अप, द सेकंड इंजन टू स्टेप अप, दैट इज, and enable the administration to get back on track. Now the state has to regain control. Again उसने has to कहा, ये यहाँ पर भी सेंटर की भी बात कही थी. So now the center has to step in and fix the deficit, and the state has to regain control of the state, establish its authority, and regain the trust of the citizens. Now, the center could consider the opposition's suggestion for an all-party delegation to visit Manipur. ये भी opposition ने कहा कि चलो एक all-party delegation जाएगी, तो consider कर लेना चाहिए, because the point here is not only about politics. The point here is that Manipur as a state, we need to see that the innocent people are not killed and all. Right? So it will send out the message that there is no partisanship in the search for a resolution, and the nation is united in wanting to end the violence. So this is what the author's point is, that see, if the all party delegation goes out to Manipur, and then what and how it will be taken, or how what will be reflected from it. Right? So if I take the main point here, so a double engine sarkar has been like suggested, right? And then the existing one, the state government is considered to be partisan, ineffective and all that. But then the center has to step in. Why? Because this government is ineffective. ठीक है? तो ये जो दो words है, ineffective or partisan, and then the center has to step in. All this can be combined into one sentence or one option, one point. Right? So the major point will be the center has to step in and fix the deficit of authority on the ground. And it would be better if they consider this option that is given to them, that sending an all-party delegation to the state of Manipur. Then, all this will require a concerted effort from the center to continue engaging with the opposition and exploring spaces that may help address the disquiet in Manipur. ठीक है, तो इनको करना क्या है? They have to address the disquiet. तो disquiet मतलब जहाँ पे शांति नहीं है, जहाँ पे शांति नहीं है मतलब वहाँ पे violence है, problem है. Right? Quiet means peaceful, and therefore there is disquiet. That means there is trouble there. So a concerted effort means a combined effort. They need to be concentrated in that manner. That no, their objective is to reduce the violence in the state of Manipur. So ethnic tensions in the state are not a recent development, nor the simple solutions available to resolve them. But the immediate step is to end the violence and restore the command of the state. तो स्टेट अभी इनइफेक्टिव है, सेंटर विल स्टेप इन, उसे थोड़ा सा और बेनिफिट करेगी. द स्टेट हैज टू रिवाइव द ट्रस्ट ऑफ द पीपल इन देम, इन द अथॉरिटीज, इन द गवर्नमेंट, एंड it has to restore the command of the state. Now, all the parties in office and in opposition should try to persuade the warring parties to sit across the table. That means, I've told this many times, कि table signifies discussion and negotiation. So that is sitting across the table, मतलब आमने सामने बैठना discussion के लिए, and spell out their fears and concerns in order to discover common ground. So demonizing the neighbor or mob violence has never helped resolve political problems. Manipur's crisis is political, and its solutions have to be found in politics. So this last line again becomes a point. And here also the author said that they need to restore the command of the state. So you have 3 paragraphs, you have 3 points easily identifiable. So all party meeting is well begun. That means this is a good step. In the second paragraph, it was mentioned that the government should actually consider this option given by the opposition. It is the state, Manipur state government, that has to get the job done. That means task state का है जो उसे restore command करना है. Right? चाहे आप restore command करें या restore the peace करें या restore the trust करें. It is the all these things have to be restored, and it is the task of the government to do so. Considering the vocabulary part, here we have a few. Engulf is surrounded by. Right? Disquiet is unrest. Right? Where it is not peaceful, that will be unrest. Partisan is like क्या बोलते partisan view कहते हैं ना. Extremist हो सकता है, favor जहाँ पे चलता है, right? Biasness और biased view हो सकता है. Miscreants are those people who are the rogues. Mischief makers जो होते हैं ना, जो गलतियां करते हैं, वो miscreants होते हैं. Creating something wrong. So delegation, you can understand the people who go, तो वो ऑल पार्टी डेलीगेशन सेंड करेंगे ना, जैसे कमिटी होती है वैसे वो डेलीगेट किया जाता है कि चलो आप जाके वहां पे देखभाल करके आओ. कंसर्टेड एफर्ट मीन्स अ कंबाइन एफर्ट और कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एफर्ट आप बोल सकते हो. यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम दिस. डेमोनाइजिंग ऐसे डीमन कर सकते हो, तो डेमोनाइजिंग इज लाइक थ्रेटनिंग, डराना, धमकाना. डिस्क्रेडिटेड, आई थिंक सो वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अर्लियर, तो यहाँ पे क्रेड वर्ड भी एक आ जाता है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम कॉन्वर्ट कर लेंगे and en as a prefix. So we have en as a prefix. En means to do or to make, है ना? As a encourage, ensure, encircle. I'm giving only 3 words, the rest you can understand. यह है en as a prefix का use. ठीक है, then we have the word con. So con as a prefix ना, as a con man वाला con नहीं. So as a prefix, con would mean to come together or join, right? So we have like confluence, the joining place of two rivers, right? We can come up with concentration, where all the thoughts are joined, right? Then we can come up with, say, congregation, assembly होती है of the scientists or of the bishops, congregation आ जाएगा, TION. ठीक है, congruent triangles हमने किए हैं. So con is coming together, फिर चाहे concave करो, convex करो, कुछ भी कर लो. ठीक है, you can understand this now. Cred also, I think so I gave you around 2-3 days back. अगर लिखा है नोटबुक में तो वेरी गुड, नहीं लिखा है तो वो 3 दिन पहले वाली एक बार देख लेना. एडिटोरियल, तो क्रेड इज रिलेटेड टू से बिलीफ और फेथ. ठीक है, आप बिलीव कर लो तो बेटर रहेगा, जिसके ऊपर विश्वास है वो क्रेड हो जाए, क्रेडिबल, क्रेडिट वाला. Non-committal, I explained it when reading that they did not commit anything. To sit across the table means negotiate or discuss. To get back on the track means to make it work again. वापस से रास्ते पे ले आना, that will be okay. To come back मतलब easy है समझना, to come back on the, or to make it running again. ठीक है, किसी भी बात को वापस से बात नहीं, अपने रास्ते पे वापस से आ जाना, दैट इज द इजीएस्ट वे टू अंडरस्टैंड. ट्रैक मीन्स पाथ, राइट? स्टैंड इन गुड स्टेट मीन्स इट इज गोइंग टू बी और हेल्प और असिस्ट इन फर्दर वर्क. So that is like anybody, it could be any person, it could be anything, कि जहाँ पे नाम थोड़ा सा सही हो जाता है कि ठीक है, अगर गवर्नमेंट ने ऐसा मान लिया तो इट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प द गवर्नमेंट इन फर्दर डिस्कशंस एंड ऑल. तो दैट इज, इट विल स्टैंड द गवर्नमेंट इन गुड स्टेट. तो गवर्नमेंट का नाम अच्छा हो जाएगा, उसकी इमेज अच्छी हो जाएगी, राइट? सो दैट विल बी ऑल फॉर टुडे. So thank you, and keep viewing those editorials that you have not read, not seen. Even if you do not have the newspaper, you can still go back to these editorial explain जो पिछले महीनों के हैं, वो भी कर लो, because this is going to help you in understanding of how to read the article or RC and how to understand the main point of it, which is a major objective of discussing all this, right? So, see you tomorrow. Thank you and have a very logical day ahead.